Okay, here is my new Easy Fit saddle. This is my second one. Um, just got it. Took a little while to get it after you order it. Eli makes them he's an Amish man in PA. And they're all basically custom order. It's treeless. I don't know if you would call this Western, English, endurance. It's basically an endurance type of seat. More Western than English. The options are you can get any color seat, any color, whatever that is. That's not really a fender, a jockey, whatever that is. I think your swell, you can get a different color. Anyway, I just wanted smooth black, simple. I usually put a seat cover on all my saddles anyway, and I did order his custom sheepskin. So I'm going to put that on in a minute. But another option is these fittings here. I get the blackened engraved steel ones. You can get smooth ones. I think these are stainless. And the stirrups, you can pick what type of stirrups. I like these endurance ones. And I got the 2-inch leathers. I decided I don't like fenders because they hurt my knees. When you have fenders, you're fighting the fender unless you have stirrup turners or somehow get your stirrups so they turn. You're fighting them. So, yeah, I got the 2-inch ones. My knees never hurt. I love them. Blackened engraved steel fittings. This one has the English girth billets. My other one has, where's the other one? Here it is. And it's center fire rigging, so your girth sits back a little bit, which is really nice with the mules, for sure. So it sits back a little bit further. I mean, you don't have to. You could, get it set up so you only use the front, but I think it's way more stable if you use this system. My other one, like I said, has the Western fittings with the latigos, but this one is English, so we're going to try English. I like English because you can tighten it from in the saddle really easily. And in the back, there are, I actually got a free saddlebag. That's nice. It's actually leather. Super nice. But lots of loopies. Lots of loops to tie things on. I usually put shoestrings on these loops so it's easy to tie things on. But you can use the buckles. Undo the buckles and buckle things in. If you have a raincoat and you want it real secure back there. So I'm going to pull it apart here and show you the adjustable parts. But same thing on the other side, English. You're supposed to use a dressage girth with this. The girth is supposed to sit up just above the horse's elbows, which is what makes this saddle the most stable, so they say. But there's your little, where you hook your cinch to when you put it up. But I'll have an English girth, so obviously that's not going to work, I believe. But then we have D's here. There's plenty of loops and D's, which are nice to tie things on. You can get a horn. Me and horns don't get along, so I don't. But you can hang on. Oh shit, handle. So that's good. And you can tie things on there, which is nice. You can snap your helmet around there or whatever. The panels underneath, this has these panels. They are removable. So you can move them as close or as far apart as you like. They are non-slip. But of course you're going to have a saddle pad under that. But that's what gives the saddle the feeling of a twist. You don't feel like you're on a bareback pad on your horse. It boosts you up off their back like a regular saddle. So let me tear it apart. I got to shrink down the seat and I'll show you that. Okay, so here it is. I tore the seat up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little buckles you have to undo to pull the seat up. It's all Velcro. That's industrial Velcro. This cantle, you can move back and forth. I'm going to tear that off next and move it up. I thought he had measurements on here to show what the seat size was. We'll see what it is. It says underneath, but I'm not seeing that. But anyway, you can move that candle as far up as you want. And it's adjusted to as far back as it can go to shrink down your seat. This is an 18 right now, which is a little bigger than I want. And here, if you pull this up, which I'm not going to do, it's super industrial strength, but you can pull this piece up, and this attachment is your stirrups down there. So you can pull your stirrups back. If you want them more underneath you, then they're set. So yeah, and then they have the ruler here, so you know where you have it set when you pull them back, if you pull them back. And I believe you can also move this girth D back as well. I'm not real sure how. I think it's all Velcroed, but I don't know. I'd have to look. But I don't see a need to do that really, especially if you're using the center fire rigging, because you can put the girth wherever you want just by using these two. You can make this one longer and have it more, forward, or you hook your girth this way and you have your girth back. So I don't really see a need to move the girth loops, because you do that with your girth. You adjust where it goes just by how you attach your girth to either the billets or the latigos, depending on whether you're Western or English. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna move the seat forward a little bit, because I think 18 is a little too huge, even with a seat cover, so we'll give that a try. Okay, so there's no ruler. I thought there was supposed to be a ruler down here that said this is the seat. Yeah, I can take it off. I thought there was a ruler under here that said 16, 17, and 18. But there's not. But I know it's 18 at its biggest. So I measured my fingers, and just under 2 fingers width is an inch for me. Maybe if I go like this. So that's where I'm gonna go to where it was attached and put it, right about there is where I'll put it. And that should be a 17. And then it's easy to, you want your buckle. This is the buckle that holds the cantle in place. That's the 7th buckle you have to undo. And you just want to center this buckle in the center of this. So pretty easy to tell that it's even from right to left. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it a 17. Okay, and while I was reattaching the seat, I put the sheepskin cover on. He custom cuts these. It's actual sheepskin. Colored black. I have to tie this. There's a little tab that goes through the swell here, and then you tie these ties to each other so you're attached in the front. I have seen people say that they wish the side attached somehow. I think you could easily do that. You could punch a hole there and do a little tie that ties to that D, or yeah, I guess that's it. That would hold it more from side to side if you really wanted. But it has ties already on it. They're elasticy. These ones are elasticy. So I put them through the little loops before I buckled them back. My cantle is 1 inch. You can see. I'll fit my finger in there. I actually measured it. I set it on there and then measured 1 inch. So I did snug it up to be a 17 supposedly. Then you buckle the buckles, and I just you got this extra. I just tucked it up in here. There. Just to make it pretty. I took the saddlebag off because I'm worried about it rubbing on Abe. He's real sensitive, so I don't want to cause any rubs on him. Don't want to do anything different. This should be perfect because he loves this saddle. I have the smaller one. We'll see how it fits on him. This is the largest one they make. So this one's for River, actually, and Kirk. But it's also for me and Abe, and I'm going to switch Tonk to the small one. Okay, there it is with the seat saver tied on. It's snug on the front. we'll see how this rides. Like I said, you can always punch a hole there and tie it to this D if you're having issues with it sliding back and forth, but I don't think you will. I'm tugging on it. And it's got 3 attachments here in the back to hold it. So, like I said, I took the saddlebag off because I'm not a big saddlebag person. I just put shoelaces or whatever leather strings on these. And for bigger stuff that we want to secure, you know, if you got a raincoat or something and you want to secure it really good, you got these buckles that you can just unbuckle. And not easy to do with one hand on the camera, but there you go. So you could, you know, put your raincoat in there and buckle it on.